Namaskar, my dear Cambridgians. Today we are going to start HTML, that is Hypertext Markup Language. Today we are going to cover how to insert images and how to link web pages using HTML. Before starting these two main topics today, let us first understand what do you mean by HTML. So, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which is the most widely used language on web to develop web pages. HTML was created by Sir Tim Berners-Lee in late 1991, but HTML 2.0 was the first standard HTML specification that was published in 1995. There are n number of uses of this language, but few advantages I want to discuss with you. First is creating a website. See, when we are talking that we can create web pages using this language, that means we are creating websites only because websites are nothing but collection of web pages. You can become a web designer. See, you have to start with the easiest language, and nothing is best suited for a web designer to start with HTML itself. You can understand web. You can optimize your web browsers, your search engines, and various things. Learn other languages. See, I told you that HTML is very easy and convenient to use. So, it acts as a base to learn other languages also, right? So, now let us start with the basic code of HTML. In your HTML basics, see, this will be the code which we are going to use whether we are inserting an image, whether we are linking the web pages. This basic structure will remain same, right? So initially for the starting and for the end, we are going to use HTML tag. Now what are tags? Tags are the basic text which are enclosed within your angular brackets. Now let me tell you what are angular brackets. You might have used small angle like greater than, smaller than, these two angles in your maths. So the same thing is here also. When we are using 1 less than and 1 greater than, both angular brackets in the starting and the ending, and we are enclosing some text within it, that is known as a tag in HTML. So let us start with HTML. Then there are two main sections. First is your head section, that is used to define title of your web page, and second is your body section. Everything, no matter if it is inserting some image, no matter if it is linking web pages, everything will be done in this body section only. So after writing the HTML tag, we are going to write head section. Then within head section, we are going to write the title of your document. And this is 100% user defined. There is no issues even if you write hello, even if you write namaskar, anything you can write in your title. Then you are going to close this tag. See, in HTML, not every tag requires to be closed. For example, image tag doesn't require this closing thing and anchor tag requires. So it depends, and you have to learn so many tags of HTML to understand these. But for this time, let us understand this basic code and image and hyperlinking only. Let us start with the body tag. In this body tag, I have defined one H1 heading and one paragraph. P stands for paragraph. Then I am going to close this body tag and then the HTML tag also. Now let us understand how to insert images. There are two types of images, internal or inline and external images. The inline image is displayed when the web page is opened and is inserted within the line of text, whereas an external image does not get displayed automatically with the other content on the web page. That means that whenever you are going to open any web page, inline images will be opened within the text. Like as the text will appear, images will also appear. But when you are using the external images, there will be some kind of link that you need to click. Then only you will be navigated to the image. So inline image is inserted using the img tag, that is the image tag, whereas to insert external image you have to use the anchor tag that establishes a link to the image. So basically, let us understand a simple thing, a simple rule. Number one, if you have to display your image along with the text on your web page, you will use img tag. And if you have to link anything, like if you have to link one web page to an image, one web page to a video, audio, one web page to another web page, or you have to link two sections of the same web page, then you have to use the anchor tag. Anchor tag is basically used for linking, no matter what you are linking in HTML, right? Now, the syntax of your inline image is, we will start with the angular bracket, img, src. Now, src stands for source. Okay, so src is the first attribute of your image tag, and it is going to define the path or the location of the image that you want to be displayed on your web page. And then you can continue with all the attributes. Attribute is nothing but some extra specifications that we want to insert with our image, right? So before understanding further attributes and everything, let me show you how you can insert images in your notepad HTML. So let us first open our notepad. In this notepad is the text editor or the first basic requirement for writing HTML codes. Let me make my font larger so that it is easier for you to understand and look at it. So I told you that first we are going to start with HTML. Then I'm going to write this head section. Head section is optional. Even if you will start directly with the body section, your web page will work. But as a student, I will suggest that you should learn each and every section from starting in detail, so that when you will become expert for the same language, then only you can skip few things. But initially, I will suggest you to follow each and every instruction of your teachers. So title is completely user defined. You can write anything like hello, my first document, anything. My first web page. Now let me close this title now. Alright. So I'll close this head section also. Now I'm going to start my body section. In this body section, I'll be, let me first write any heading. See, there are 6 types of headings, let me tell you. H1 is the largest font, like heading of a web page, heading of any document, anything, right? What is a web page? Web page is basically an online document, right? So H1 means the largest heading font for our any heading which we are going to display. Hello everyone. So let us display this only. H1 requires to be closed. Alright. So now I'm going to directly insert my image. After image, I told you we have to include src. Now it has to be enclosed within the double quotes. Let me tell you how you can easily get the path of your image. Now this image is located on my desktop only. Let me right click on it. Then I'll go to properties, and even if this image is or any other image is saved in your computer, any other drive, any other folder, you just have to right click on it and then go to the properties like I have done here, right? Then this thing, the location, which I'm highlighting here, you have to press Ctrl plus C, come here, Ctrl plus V, that is pasting. Now I'll be putting one backward slash again. Then I'm going to mention the image. Suppose I have 100 images and I'm not mentioning their name. Then how the browser will come to know? See, computer has zero IQ. So you have to tell everything to your computer, right? So next I'm going to write the name. Name is displayed here. This is logo. And you have to mention the file extension also, beta, because there are many files with different file formats. It can be JPG, it can be PNG. So it is very important to define the extension also. So the file name is logo.jpg, right? Now I'm going to close this double quotes and close this also. We'll discuss other attributes later, and even if you have to insert other attributes, we'll put one space and then we can define any other attribute which I'm going to tell you later in this video. So after this specifying my image, I'm going to close my body tag. If you want to insert any paragraph, you can insert, like, let me just anything I'm going to write. And see, let me tell you one more thing, beta. If you will not write break here, br tag is used to insert a break in your web page, then this whole line, even if I am writing one after another, this whole will come in one horizontal line. So it is important to provide a break here. Then I'm going to close my paragraph tag also. I have written anything. You can write a meaningful paragraph. I have to just minimize your time. I have written anything. Then you have to close this body tag, and then you have to use this HTML, right? As simple as that. Now you have to save this. Let us go to file, save, and then we'll save it on our desktop only to make it easier to find. Let me save it with my name only, neha.html. Now let me tell you, in the first slide I told you that you have to save it with .html. Now save it. Now let's see what we have done. Okay, so my file is here only and it has already taken shape of my web browser. Now let me open. See, this is the image that I have displayed. And this hello everyone was my heading. My first web page, sorry, yes. So my first web page, this is my title, and this is something that I have written as a paragraph. So this was about inserting your images in web pages using HTML. I'm also feeling very happy by inserting this image in my web page. I want all of you to try this and give me suggestions, or like give me your experiences later when the school will reopen, right? Or you can send your like experiences in your Google Classrooms, right? So now let me close this. All right, let us again come to the PPTs. All right, now let us understand what are the attributes. So what are the attributes of image tag, right? So first SRC we have discussed. Now let us understand height and width of an image. Now here, see, if I have not described height and width of the image that I want to display, then by default the browser will take the height and width, right? But if you want to specify a particular number for your height and width, then what you can do? You can define height is equals to, like SRC we have defined, no? So height is equals to, within double quotes, write your number. It will be in the pixels. You don't have to define pixel, like you don't have to write this unit like we used to write na 14 kilometers or 13 ml. Okay, so you don't have to mention the unit here, but by default I'm telling you that it will be in terms of pixels, because ultimately your screen is made up of pixels only. So height and width also you can define. Then sometimes what happens is that your image is not displayed. It can be a network failure. It can be like your browser is not supporting a particular image type, anything. So that time, rather than putting a cracked image, you might have seen in your web searches. So rather than putting that cracked image, you can display an alternate text. So alternate text is basically something that you can add with the help of alt attribute, right? So like I have defined image source, this alt is equals to image of CCWS logo. So if by chance my image was not displayed, then it would have displayed image of CCWS logo. And the last attribute of image tag is alignment. See, sometimes you might have seen on Wikipedia or any other website that a text is there and some images either on the left hand side or on the right hand side, right? So that is the float property, right? Float means you want to adjust your image either on the right hand side or on the left hand side of the text. So this will help you in reducing the like space of your web page, because if you will insert an image and then you will start the text, then this particular area will be blank. So we can use this float property to utilize both the sections of your web page. So this was all about your images. Now let us come to web pages. I told you that basic tag or the basic coding will remain same, and now we have to insert the anchor tag. Before starting the coding, I'll explain you this coding also. Have patience. Now let us first understand what are hyperlinks. Hyperlinks are of two types, external or internal. When one part of a web page is linked to another section of the same web page, it is known as internal linking, whereas when one page is linked to another web page or another website, it is known as, or it can be another image also, it is known as external linking. We can divide link states in four categories. Unvisited, that will be by default blue in color. You might have seen various hyperlinks in any of your web page. Visited link, you might have seen when you click on a hyperlink, then it becomes purple, right? The color changes. So that is a visited link. Hover, that means you have not clicked, you have not done anything, you have just like moved your mouse on the link. So that will be a hover link. And an active link is that link which is right now being read or being used by a person in another tab, and it is active right now, right? So these are the four categories. You need to understand only theory part. In HTML, the anchor tag A enclosed within your angular brackets. It is used to mark the text as a hyperlink which a user can click to display the web page or website anchored to it. I told you anchored means you have links, right? So now code for internal linking. See here, everything will remain same. You just need to understand within the body tag, you have to write a hrefs. Hrefs is the first attribute of your anchor tag, that is hyperlink reference. Like in image beta, we have inserted the source. So here also we have to insert the reference, like where the link will refer when it will be clicked. So we have to use hash, this hash symbol. Then we have to write the part or the name of that part where you want to locate. It will be like in Wikipedia. The best example is your Wikipedia. When you open any topic in Wikipedia, you might have seen that there are various links. And when you click on the history, you are navigated to the history section. So this is known as internal linking. This is done how? Let me show you. So after hashtag, you have to write the name of the part which you want. Suppose history only. So hash history. Then you have to write the link name. Like where you want to click, it will be displayed within that blue colored link. It will be your hyperlink name. Then after everything, you have to write again a ID. This will be that ID where you will come when you will click on the previous link. I think this is confusing. Let me show you how it works, right? So let us again open which text editor I'm going to use. Notepad. So in this notepad, I'm going to again write the same code, right? HTML and your head section, then title. Title will be anything, okay? Linking web pages. It can be anything. It can be my second web page. It can be anything, right? Now I'm going to write the title. Now I'm going to close your HTML. All right. So now let me start my body section here. Then let us start with this only, that a href, that is hyperlink reference. Then within the double quotes, I told you which symbol, hash. Then after hash, I'm going to write, suppose, what name should I give? Let us give links only, right? Hash links, this close. Then angular bracket closed. Now I have to write name of my hyperlink. So click here. No, links. Okay, anchor tag closed. Now let me write any paragraph, and within paragraph let us write anything because I don't want to waste my time in anything. And what I told you, that you have to insert what, break, because otherwise it is going to be in a horizontal line, and I want to use the space, so I'm using this. All right, okay, so now again and again I'm going to put this break only, so that there will be many breaks here. Okay, after this let me again write something, then again. Okay, now let us write that id thing which I told you. No, see, I have told you that after writing the a h reference, you have to write a id, name of the part that you want to link. Now, okay, so a id is equals to links closed, links anchor tag closed. Then again I'm going to put various things, br tag, right, again. And now let us just close this body section. Now let us close this HTML section also. Now we'll go to file, then we are going to go click on save, then on desktop only let us save it with links dot html. Dot html is very important here. Now we are going to save it, and let us see what we have done. Links, okay, this Neha was for the images, and now this new file is of links. All right, so see, I told you, now these all are in vertical order because I have inserted break here, but these are not in your vertical order because I have not inserted break here, right? So I have told you one more tag. All right, so here, see, links I have clicked here. Here it must be not that visible. Let me create more breaks here so that, see, let me click here. I am putting more breaks here so that after so many breaks we'll see that we are there, because right now the same thing was on various pages. All right, so now let us close this. It will ask you to save. Yes, we have to save this. Now let us refresh this. All right, so see, there is a this whole blank, and you can see the scroll bar also, that now there are so many things, right? So now let us see, when we click on this hyperlink, what happens. Ah, we are here on the link section, right? So the scroll bar automatically moved when I clicked on the above link. Let me show you again. See, uh, you're right now here, right? I'm not going to do anything else, but I'll click on links, and see, now I'm on the bottom of my page. This is known as what? Internal linking. All right. So now let me tell you how to do the external linking. Now let us move to the code for external linking. Here we have to write the same head, same body and everything. The only difference will be that when we are defining the H reference, the hyperlink reference of anchor tag, we will write the URL of another website or web page, right? So you can see here also that I have written https colon forward slash two times then www.google.com. Let me show you how it works when we do this in HTML. So I'll again open my notepad for this thing. All right. Or if you want me, okay, rather than writing the same code again and again, let us open the previous one only and we'll update it, right? So open with notepad. So this is how you can make use of one file of notepad for inserting different things, right? So after this paragraph, let me put one enter. Let me maximize the screen. Okay. So now I'll be writing a href is equals to double quotes, then http colon two times forward slash, then www.google.com. Okay, and if you want to specify any particular page, then you can put one more forward slash, then name of that particular web page. But right now I want my like web page to be navigated to google.com. So I'll be closing this, then I'll be writing uh, click to open Google. So this is my hyperlink name. It can be click here also, it can be anything, right? Then I'm closing my anchor tag. Now I'm going to save this file. Let us close this, and now let us see what changes it has done to our previous file. Okay, this was our first file. Then here is my hyperlink. Click to open Google. Let us click. Google is opened, right? So this is all about the hyperlinks, that it can be used to it can be used to link a page or a section of a page to the another section, as well as it can be used to link one page to another web page or website. So this was all about linking web pages and inserting images. Then next, we'll study frames in HTML. Please try all these things at your home because it requires minimum resources, and submit your feedbacks in your respective Google Classrooms. Thank you. Namaskar.